everybody, welcome to Unit 3. All right, so this week we're going to be covering a lot of really cool stuff. All right, so first off, we've got the overview video. You're watching it now. So we're going to do more LinkedIn Learning. All right, so the LinkedIn Learning broken down here are the different categories, and this all kind of ties together. All of this week really is tied into the LinkedIn Learning content that you're going to be going over. Endpoint monitoring, malware. So Unit 1, Lab 1, dealing with file integrity. So that's a good thing. And then over here, MiniNet, NetFlow Lab is going to deal with network monitoring and protocol analyzers. All right, so we're going to get into Wireshark. We're going to set up a network. MiniNet's a pretty cool lab. And then we get into DNS harvesting, which is going to be Lab 2. All right, so basically you're going to want to watch the LinkedIn Learning. So when I click on this, the LinkedIn Learning modules this week are all going to be in the network monitoring. So it's going to be number 2. We're just kind of working our way down here. So you need to basically check out all of these videos. They're all pretty short. It's not a bad flow here. The chapter quiz, you don't have to take it. Don't take it thinking that that's the quiz for this week. Whole different quiz, right? You can take it, doesn't hurt, test your knowledge, but it's not required for this week, okay? So I just want you to watch the videos. It'll give you a really good overview of what needs to be done this week. And then if we go back in here, Unit 3, Lab 1, this is something that's being done on our virtual machines. Kind of like last week, you've got to log into, in this case, you're going to log into your Linux machine, got your username and password. This is going to be on our VM environment, okay? So you're gonna go through, you're going to set up Tripwire. It's going to tie back into the video, so that's kind of good. So that's going to be Lab 1 for this week. And then Lab 2 is dealing with more of the dig command and the DNS harvesting and getting into all of the DNS whois kind of stuff and going into LinkedIn. All right, so ties really, really close to what you watched within the LinkedIn Learning. Now, if you're curious about NCL, I did put this above this just so that way, if you want to learn more about DIG and want to learn more about how NCL challenges work, it's an older video from a previous year's NCL, but it's really good information. So if you want to dig into that, no pun intended, you're able to do that. All right. So this video is available for you. But to be honest, everything that you need for Lab 2 you already went through within the LinkedIn Learning content, right? So you should be good there. But if you want more information, I do encourage you to check it out. So then we're moving into from our VM environment into something called NetLabs, all right? So NetLabs is an environment where basically it will build all of the pods and stuff for you. So you hopefully don't need to go through this guide. That is a long guide, and it's all about password resets, setting up accounts, and stuff like that. So everybody should be set up. So you're just going to use your student ID, 1273300, whatever your number is, and then the password, the default password is PA $$ word. All right, you can read. All right, so just copy and paste that. All right, so you'll log into NetLabs. When you log in with that password, it'll force you to change your password to something that hopefully is more secure and that you remember. All right, so that's the goal, is to get logged into NetLabs. If you used it in a different class, different semester, I hope you remember your password. You may have to take a couple stabs at it, but you can always change your password. All right. I should change that. I'm going to change that to my email address. If you have problems, you can contact me. So the NetLabs link, you just click on it. So we're going to do 2 labs within NetLabs. We're going to do Lab 1. And Lab 1 is dealing with MiniNet, all right, which is awesome. It's an analyzer that you can set up a whole network environment and run the network environment, and it's completely isolated and emulated, which is great because you're going to need that when you're dealing with NetFlow for this second lab. All right. The thing that is nice, like this guide walks you right through what you have to do. I've never used NetLabs until this class, and it was kind of nice, you know. So basically, I'm gonna just click on the link to get set up. All right. So if I click on this link, it'll take me to the NetLabs. I typed in my student ID and my password, and then I logged in. And then basically this brings you into NetLabs. Now you guys may have used this in other classes, and this may be really straightforward to you. But for me, this was something that was new. So basically, what I can do is I can schedule time. All right. So if I click on reserve a class, I'm going to schedule it for myself. I'm going to select this class. And then you have the different labs available. All right. So the lab one's MiniNet. So just going to click on MiniNet. Got a bunch of different machines. I think there's like 10 different machines that you can choose from. It's actually not even a machine, it's a pod. So it'll build all of the machines in there for you. So if it was me, I'd just select the first one. It doesn't matter. So you can select any time, select a future time, whatever. All of those resources will be reserved for you. Basically, submit it. I'll just do it. Say okay, scheduled it, and then I've got it. All right. Now, I think it by default stuck me in for 25 minutes. And honestly, I think I got this done and, it was pretty quick. I don't know how long it was, but 15 minutes, let's say. But it could have 30 minutes, it doesn't matter, right? Take whatever time you need. So basically sets up the whole environment for you. Got the client, click on the client, and then you just go through the lab. And the lab is pretty straightforward. Boom. So basically, I just it gives you a whole overview of what you're doing. At a certain point, it is going to tell you to log in to your Linux terminal, go to your client. Down here, you've got your terminal. It'll tell you, sudo mn for MiniNet, and then password's going to be password. Boom, get it going. Just walk through the lab. All right, so both of these, you just walk through the guide. Pretty straightforward. And it gives you good exposure to things that you've not played with before. All right. So, anyways, both of those labs. And then this is the quiz that matters this week. So, you're going to want to do the quiz. You got up to 3 attempts. No big deal. It's just kind of testing your knowledge. Where are you at? And that's this week. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy the week. If you run into any problems, just let me know. All right. I'll see you guys next week.